right, good morning. We are currently here in Dominica, my very first time here. Super excited to get off and explore a little bit. I am currently in the Windows Cafe having breakfast. My tour is not until 10:15, so I think I'm gonna wait to get off because we're here all day. So I'm gonna get off. My tour is about 3 hours, and then I'm gonna explore a little bit more. So make sure you stay tuned. We are here in beautiful Dominica. And this is cassava pone. That is a Caribbean pastry. It's made out of cassava and has meat and different things in there. That is the destination immersion for breakfast today. Remember, with Azamara, they're gonna immerse you into the destinations, and that's gonna happen through your meals, through entertainment on board, and things like that. So they'll have something for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a menu at dinner time. So I'm gonna give that a try this morning. And now that we've kind of been just sitting out here for a minute, so I'm almost wondering if this is a tender port for us. It looks like there are 2 ships in port. It's like Queen Mary 2, maybe a Holland America in front of it. But we've kind of just been sitting out here for a minute, so I don't see another pier. So I'm wondering if we're going to be tendering. I have no clue, so we'll find out shortly. Yeah, that is very, very tasty. It's kind of like a sambusa. Kind of, sort of, very flaky, very flavorful inside. I'm probably gonna grab another one of those. That is really good. So maybe there is another pier out that way. This is the closest I've ever seen a ship get to the shore. So it must be pretty deep over here. Like, that's the highway right there. So I don't think I've ever seen a ship this close. So maybe there is a pier up there. We'll see. All right, so we were able to dock. It's just further down. So here is the pier. It's kind of in an industrial area, whereas the other ships, the Queen Mary, looks like they're probably more in the like downtown area. All right, so I am in the Cabaret Lounge. I am here for the Azamara Shore Excursion. So this is the meetup point. Gave me a sticker, and I'm about 20 minutes too early, so just sitting here waiting until they call for the tour. All right, so off here in Dominica. I guess we just walked toward our bus number 21. It's beautiful over there. I always love these hillside villages or islands. They're gorgeous. Morning.
Good morning. Excuse me.
Thank you. All right, here is our bus. Good morning.
Okay, we are Mrs. Michael Jackson.
Nice.
Are you going to dance? Can you sing?
Sing. I can always dance. I love dancing. Let me say a pleasant good morning to everyone. Good morning. And welcome to Dominica, the beautiful nature island in the Caribbean. I am your guide. My name is Karil, and I am also a native on the island. If you're happy and you know it, say your name.
Raquel.
If you're happy and you know it, say your name. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to say it, if you're happy and you know it, say your name. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, yes, it is a very beautiful, it is a glorious day on the nature island of the Caribbean, and on Dominica, ladies and gentlemen. It is a very tropical island, and it is rain and sunshine here on Dominica. All right, so here it's a very lovely day. And today it is most likely there will be no rainfall, but you never know. When we move to the rainforests of Dominica, you may just get some liquid sunshine. On the island of Dominica, you have the choice to do adventurous activity, or you you can just do something very easy. And today your tour is nice and easy. There are 3 stops that we're going to have on the 3-hour tour, and the first stop is the viewpoint of Mont Bruce. And Roseau, ladies and gentlemen, is the capital of Dominica. It is the center of businesses on the island. 90% of business commence in Roseau from Monday to Friday, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on a Saturday, business hours are from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The population of the capital of the island is about 16,000. There are streets that have been named after British prominent people. However, this area, ladies and gentlemen, was a well-documented settlement by my ancestors, the native Indians who first came to the island. Dominica was not discovered by Christopher Columbus. We do not like to hear, to say, or to read. We knew that it isn't true. We say that it was sighted on November 3rd of 1493. So my ancestors, the native Indians, were the first people, and this area was their settlement before the arrival of Christopher Columbus. They call this land a Syri, meaning the flat piece of land. And when the French came in the 18th century, they called it Roseau because of the profusion of river reeds which grew on the Roseau River bank. So driving through the capital of Dominica will take us to our first stop, which is the viewpoint of Mont Bruce, and it is a photo stop.
All right, we are here at stop 1 of 3, just for the scenic overlook. Oh wow, nice little overlook here. Looks like it says Mont Bruce. Very nice.
And on the southern side of the island, this is where most of the volcanic activities takes place. The many hot springs, the sulfur springs, the health and wellness spas. There is also snorkeling, and this is where you can also see the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean coming together, only separated by a rock in the ocean. Now if you're a tall guy and your legs are long, you can sit on the rock and you can have one foot in the Caribbean and the other in the Atlantic, okay? But snorkeling, ladies and gentlemen, is well enjoyed by visitors to the island of Dominica, and snorkeling in an area called the Champagne Reef. Have you heard of the Champagne Reef? No. Champagne Reef is like you're snorkeling in bubbles and thousands of bubbles. So it's like from the crater underneath the surface under the sea, there's a crater that moves a rock, so bubbles comes out from underneath, and it just bubbles up, so you are like snorkeling in Champagne. This Dominica Botanic Gardens was ranked one of the finest leading in the Antilles up to the 1930s, but due to hurricanes taking the tours on the island over and over, it has continually been destroying our native trees. exotic trees, our plants, ornamental shrubs. But here, ladies and gentlemen, we have a variety of trees that is planted in the gardens, not from Dominica, but from other parts of the tropical world. So here it is the banyan, sorry, my apology, the African sausages. It's called the African sausages. These fruits are not edible, but they look like peanuts, don't you see? Yeah. Instead of sausages, they look like peanuts, but these are the African sausages as they are known. It is a tree from West Africa. On the island, they drop on the ground. The animals do not feed on these. The birds do not eat them, but they can be used by the ladies. Sometimes when you talk to your spouse and he don't listen, you can use this to just a little reminder.
Any questions, anyone? No, we don't. We've never tried it. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen,
This tree is called the banyan tree. And the banyan tree is its origin from India. This tree isn't native to the island of Dominica. It is the widest tree. It is one of the oldest trees in the botanic gardens of Dominica, and it continues to grow out very wide. Over the years, it has been destroyed. The branches have been broke off by hurricanes, but it continues to grow out very wide. Provides a good source of shade on a very hot day. People come to sit here for lunch, they come to relax, they just come to chill in the gardens, but it is not, it's a good source of shade on a very hot day. And there's another one here as well. Caterpillars.
Oh wow.
Hey, Maria.
Look
at this.
Come
Come on. Show your face. Come on. Silly.
All right, so when you're taking your photos, we move along to our next stop on the bus. It's been here from 1979 when Hurricane David struck the island of Dominica 1 year after it gained independence. Dominica became an independent country in 1978. Right now, because it bloomed only 2 times for the year. This is our national flower, the Sabinia carinalis, and it blooms, all the leaves drop, and it is covered in a bright red flower. Very, very beautiful. And the flower represents the resilience, the determination, and the courage of the Dominican people. Neem tree. Neem. N-E-E-M. Neem. And maybe you have bought byproducts made from the neem tree, like soap, lotion, toothpaste. Yes. This tree here was planted in 1985 by Dominica's female Prime Minister, Dame Mary Eugenia Charles, at the time. So be careful, everyone. Please watch your step.
Here on the island, we utilize the bamboo grass when we're doing construction to create scaffolding. Even in the Asian countries, when they're doing tall structures, they use them to create scaffolding.
Up to 30 years old.
Up to 30 years old. That's crazy.
sure you'll see how tall the bamboo has got. In its entire lifetime, it will only flower once.
Hi, we're here talking about the bamboo. Bamboo, this is the bamboo house in the Botanic Gardens. It has been here for over 100 years, a very long time. And it is being maintained by the people who cares on the grounds of the gardens. It grows at 2.5 centimeter a day, an inch a day on the island. It is the fastest growing grass on Dominica, and we use it here for many different reasons. As he said, all alongside the road you will see the bamboo growing. As we further up here, when we take our drive to the waterfall, you will see lots of bamboo. However, on the island, ladies and gentlemen, bamboo here do not grow near your homes because it is very invasive, so you have to be very careful with the bamboo. And again, as he said, if it is not controlled here, all inside here would be filled with the bamboo. But mahogany tree. And these are the fruits of the mahogany tree, which the birds feed on these and animals eat. The fruits of the mahogany tree. And the mahogany timber is very expensive. Whenever you buy a furniture made from mahogany, yes, mahogany, very expensive. Sometimes you get very noisy as well. Yes, very
Why don't they get
I
rid
do not know if it was anchored or...
Why don't they get rid of it?
Yeah, that's a good question, but it's like, it's there for the time.
Let's just say that.
On the right, the Old Mill Cultural Center. This building dates back to the 16th century, when sugarcane was once a demanding crop on the island. We no longer grow sugarcane on large plantations. We do grow it on the farms, but we do not use sugarcane for processing sugar. Many of the sugar mills have been demolished, and some are not up to the rainforests of Dominica. Our roads here are winding roads. We drive around mountains, and all across Dominica, this is our road, driving around the mountains. We do not have no speed limits in certain areas, so the drivers use their discretion for driving. But we do not have many road accidents. Very few. It's not often. So we will be climbing higher as we leave sea level to the rainforest of Dominica. What you will see in many of growing in these areas are mangoes. The mangoes are on the island. Mangoes are one of our exotic fruits, and there are 40 varieties of mangoes on Dominica. 40 varieties of mangoes. From the very small one to the very big one, you can enjoy a sweet, tasty, delicious mango. Have a population of about 70,000 inhabitants. 70,000. 85% of the population of Dominicans are of West African descent. 1.5% are the natives, and we do also have Chinese, Haitians, and Spanish nationals on the island. 29 miles long, 16 miles wide, 289 square miles, or 750 square kilometers. We preserve a land of natural beauty. Everything and almost anything that you put in the soil, it grows, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why if you put your finger in the soil, don't be surprised as well, because everything grows here. Look way back to where the clouds come on top the mountain. This is our tallest point on island, Mont Diablotin, at 4,747 feet. And even at that height, that elevation, when Hurricane Maria struck, this mountain had no vegetation. It was bare. And all of these here, you could see nothing. The mountain, Mount Diablotin, when you see the top of this mountain, you see the top of every other mountain on the island. It is usually covered, but hiking, persons do hike on the mountain. If you start from 6 a.m. in the morning, you get up there at 6 p.m. so you overnight and you come down the next day, okay?
All right, we are here at the waterfall.
Hi there, how you
Hello.
doing?
Good, how are you?
Okay. It's a good tour.
It is. Not too much walking. Yeah, it's nice.
It's got a good balance.
Yes. So she said it's 62 steps to get down. Alright, I can hear it from here. Just can't see it. I will take the steps down. Alright, it is kind of steep. There's a guardrail. So be careful if you're coming down. This is gorgeous though. Very nice. Alright, so definitely be careful. I would not do this if you have on sandals or anything. Oh wow, that is very nice. And right here. So here now to get some of the local rum punch, which they said is 99% rum, 1% punch. So I'm gonna give it a try.
Throw that in the trash.
Very good, very strong. So I've never had hibiscus rum punch. That's actually really good. Very strong too. All right, so made it back to the ship. Overall, that was a good tour. Nice overview of Dominica for a first-time visitor. 3 hours, so not bad, not much walking. So perfect tour if you want to catch the waterfall, go through the rainforest, the botanical gardens, things like that. So I was going to explore more of the port area, but there's really not a whole lot over in this area. So I'm going to go ahead and get back to the ship and grab something to eat. Alright, so made it back on the ship. I am here at the patio for lunch. It's al fresco dining, and went through the buffet. They had like a Caribbean chicken stew that I was going to try. I might go in and get a little bite of that, but nothing really at the buffet that really was of interest for lunch for me. So I figured I would come here because you're going to get burgers, hot dogs, hot dogs, hamburgers, bratwurst, nachos, wings, and things like that. So I did get the wings and the nachos to try. If you caught the first vlog, I sampled the hamburger that they had, and it was unseasoned, so I didn't really care for that. So I'm like, I'll try something else, see what that's about. But yeah, back on the ship, and thank you. And I'm gonna see what else I can get into today. I know I have a little bit of work to get done, so I'm gonna get some work done and just relax. All right, so there are the nachos. And then here are the buffalo wings. I think he forgot the sauce. So we'll give those a try. Just plain wings. Hopefully they're seasoned. Okay, they are seasoned and they're fresh. They're just missing the sauce, so not bad. All right, a little bit of soft serve frozen yogurt before I head to the cabin. And that is absolutely delicious. Oh my gosh, that is really good. Simple, but really, really good. So they have these coffee machines on board too. You can make your own coffee there. It's kind of cool. Very nice. All right, something that I do want to point out, if you're doing private excursions, our tour guide did say that at a certain point of the day, there's a lot of traffic. Let's see if you guys can see that. So I would just say, if you are, so we sat in a little bit of traffic coming back, but it looks like it's kind of backed up right there. So just don't chance it if you do third-party excursions here in Dominica. Sometimes these islands will have like one-way roads and things. And so if there's an accident or anything happens, it could back you up. So don't chance it. If you're going to do third party, make sure you give yourself a few hours to get back to the ship. This way. All right, first time in the main dining room. That was pretty quick and easy. You just give them your cabin number and they seat you. You come early, get a window view. All right, so my server shared what today's specialty is. It's a Cuban dish. I don't think it's on the menu. He just kind of mentioned it, but it's like a pork dish with rice. I think I might get that, but let's see what they have. These are the starters. And then the main course. And my understanding is the menu changes out every single night. And then they have the always available favorite classics. So everything on this side will change out. This will remain the same. And then there's the world cuisine menu. Thank you. So as I mentioned, part of the destination immersion is that every night in the main dining room, they'll have a menu that is set for a particular destination. Tonight is Indonesia, and the buffet is themed after Indonesia as well. Now, we aren't in Indonesia today, but they did have some Caribbean classics on the menu before. And if I'm being very honest with you guys, there's really not much, like looking at these starters, that interests me. I think I'm gonna go with probably the scallops. But yeah, some of it doesn't really interest me, but it's probably for someone's palate. So I got multi-grain bread and it's like some butter, olive oil, and some sort of herb oil. So make sure you pack a sweater. It is freezing in here, probably the coldest I've been on the ship. So yeah, and I got in right at 6. There wasn't really a line or anything. There were a lot of people outside at the bar. So yeah, but they said between 6:30 and 7:30 is the busiest time, so I'm guessing it's going to fill up pretty quickly.
No, I know. No. Well, even your house wine is
I feel good princess rides.
The scam.
27, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and the prices, we were shocked.
All right, just made it back in from dinner. Dinner was actually really good. I would almost say that the dining room was better than the steakhouse. It actually was. So I had, for my starters, some scallops, which were really tasty. I just wish they gave like some sort of baguette or something, because what they put I don't even know what you call it, whatever they put the scallops in, it was kind of loose. So it would have been nice to kind of scoop it up with bread, but it was very tasty. Then I had shrimp cocktail, and then I also ordered their special dish for tonight, which was a Cuban pork seasoned. It was delicious, no complaints. But no, my complaint would be dessert. I did order dessert, and the dessert, I don't know if the understanding of chocolate is different on Azamara. I don't know. But I ordered a puff pastry, and the way it was described was that it had some sort of chocolate cream or chocolate something. It was fig. It wasn't chocolate, it was fig. I don't really do like fig Newtons and figs and things like that. So didn't really care for that. It would have been tasty if it was chocolate, but it was actually figs. So, but I'm back in the cabin. And I was debating going to the show tonight. The show tonight is actually hosted by the cruise director. So it's like he's singing all kinds of melodies. He's a great singer. He came out singing the first night of the cruise and it was awesome. I just don't know if I want to sit through 45 minutes of singing tonight. So what's happening tonight is at 9:30, they are having a musical bingo with activity host Tavo, and it's music bingo game show. Now this doesn't cost, it's just like a fun and games. They're gonna play music and you have to see if you can get bingo. So that's kind of cool that they have that. So that is available. I might check that out, and that's pretty much it. So that, and then like I said, with the cruise director, and right now what's going on, they have Dancing to the Sounds of East Pearl happening in the living room, which I'll probably go check that out for a second. And then in the den they have music happening right now. So yeah, we'll go check out the music that's happening right now, and then try to stay up for musical bingo. They actually have karaoke tonight. I didn't think they had karaoke on this cruise ship, but they do. They have karaoke at 10 p.m. and then 11 p.m. they have late night dancing. So no nightclub or anything, they just have dancing. So won't be up for karaoke or late night, but we'll try to get to the bingo and to some entertainment right now. All right, I wound up going back to the buffet because I saw someone with sticky toffee pudding and that looked really good. Of course, I'm gonna try a chocolate chip cookie as well. All right, y'all, I thought Disney had a good sticky toffee pudding. This beats it for sure. That is so rich. It's very sweet. It's supposed to be sweet, but that is really, really good. Pretty empty right now, but I'm assuming it's going to fill up when bingo starts. So I understand wanting to relax. It's a little dark in here for me. I feel like I need to turn the lights up just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, y'all, I'm finished my second one. I'm done. You guys hear Freddie Jackson in the background? I love it. Trying to hold up and wait for musical bingo, but y'all, this is called the Blue. It's called the Blue, I don't know. Blue Wave. That's really good. Might be a new favorite drink of mine, but I'm gonna try to stay up another 25 minutes. We'll see. If they keep playing Freddie Jackson, I will.
Exactly 8 minutes. If you want to play, please come and see me and I'll give you a card. A card and a pencil, just one per couple.
All right, so there's the musical bingo. Looks like they're playing 4 rounds. Grammy, Song of the Year, songs from the movies, hits of the 60s, dance and party songs. So I don't think I've ever seen this on a cruise ship. Very interesting.
Now, I have one of you asking me, do I have to see the screen? No, you don't have to, but it helps because I'm going to be playing 75 songs in a row for 13 seconds each song. And after I play 3, the name of the first one that I played is going to be showing on the screen. So to start.
Alright, they turn the lights up. I can see now. Guys, look at that dance and party song list. A little bit of everything. Love it.
Alright, let's start this. Good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Good evening.
Let's start one more time, everybody in the back over here and over there. Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome, everybody, to another evening on board the DSMR Quest. Let me introduce myself. I'm your activity manager. My name is Tavo. T-A-V-O. I am from Cabo San Lucas in Mexico. This is Grammy Songs of the Year.
So it's going pretty fast. That was like the quickest bingo game ever. It was like 2 minutes. So I like it because I can go to bed. It's fun too. You have to really pay attention. Yeah, I like that. It's fun.
Now that this is the last game, we have Azamara socks inside. Yeah, we have played. Are you ready? Say yeah.
Yeah.
Musical bingo. Just dance.
Y'all, back in the cabin. The musical bingo was actually lots of fun. That was my first time ever doing that on a cruise ship, so that was lots of fun. Glad I stayed up for that. So I'm off to bed. There's karaoke about to happen, but I'm not staying up for that. So tomorrow is Martinique Day, and I have nothing planned. So if you've been following, you know that my St. Kitts Day was canceled because of inclement weather, or there being some huge swells, so it wasn't safe for the ship to dock. So they are redirecting us to Martinique. If you followed, I was in Martinique in January of this year and wasn't a huge fan of it. I spent 2 days there after a cruise, and it just wasn't, I mean, it was all right, but I really didn't find anything that was of interest to me. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I hate to be in port and not do something, but I also couldn't find, because this kind of happened somewhat last minute. It was hard trying to find a third-party tour that had availability or that was reasonably priced. And it seems like a lot of the third-party tours aren't filling up, because I reached out to 2 to get booked, and they said that they couldn't accommodate because they didn't have enough people. So I don't know if we're the only ship in port and it kind of caught them off guard, or what's going on with that. So, yeah, I don't have anything booked. The tours through Azamara were too expensive for my taste for what they were offering. So you're looking at $160 plus, and that's just not my style. So, yeah, stay tuned. See what I get into in Martinique tomorrow. It might just be a ship day, might be Martinique Day. You got to stay tuned to find out. I will see you guys tomorrow.